Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be modernizing my OBS, and I'm going to show you how to do the same thing to yours. I would say modernizing it because it comes standard on new trucks, but we're going to be putting a wireless charging pad. This is just eBay. It was 16 bucks, and do the install clean to where this doesn't have to be hardwired. I can just leave USB on it. I'm going to mount USB. Here's the big dash pocket, if you want to say, pocket of the console. I'm going to mount it somewhere right down in here on the inside, of course. Then I'm going to run my wires. I'm going to try to run my wires up underneath. Pardon how dirty it is. This is 23 years this console has never been removed. I'm going to try and pull the coat hanger trick though and run it up under this. I opened up my four-wheel drive, and either from my four-wheel drive down or up to the firewall or down up underneath the floorboard. I see that as the best way to do it. Now if you had rear floorboards, I'm sure you could just run out the back, you would be able to see it. But I'm going to try and do this the cleanest way I can, because at the end of the day I don't want to have wires everywhere. It's kind of the whole point of the charging pad. But to do the charging pad up top, as you all know, the OBSs have this little flip console, which is great for your insurance stuff, and hold cash down. I'm actually going to take this off because our charging pad doesn't fit on here. You can see it hits. So I'm going to take this off, and our charging pad is going to be right here in this little divot. The wire going this way through one of these holes. Hold that on. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of everything. I have a update video that's probably coming out before this concerning my headliner that I just did the starlight. And no, I did not film a in-depth install. One, because those are all over YouTube, and two, is because it takes a lot of time to be able to get this out, film it, and my actual other phone I use, you can see right there in the little corner, it's going to say Filmmaker Pro because I'm having to edit it on my phone. But I did not have an in-depth video of this because there are millions of them. One thing I will say, or I'll just say in that next video, it also concerns the Duramax, which I still have not done a walk around of yet. I know it's a badass Duramax. I just haven't been able to do anything with it yet. So, to do a headline and another thing on the Duramax, I will let y'all have the information in that video. It will probably be up after this one. Probably. I don't know for sure. But, to take this console off, sorry, I just lost my track of thought there. To take this console off, there's two bolts. Once you take the pocket out, and this is what the inside of your console looks like. You can just see all the way down the floor, and then that drawer, and then it slides off this little tab here. So, enough talking. I'm actually going to see if I can get a coat hanger, take the four-wheel drive thing off, and see if I can run my wire like I want it to before I drill any holes in that. And, yes, there's a lot of garbage in here, but the hole will be right. It's real hard to see. I have terrible lighting inside the truck, but right there, it's going to be as far down the bottom as we go because the wire is actually going to come out up here. So, now that I've said so many times, I actually filled y'all in. This should be pretty straightforward and pretty awesome once we get it done. I love the Rolls-Royce headliner, but another video. Can't get. I'm going to film both of them today. So that'll be why I'm wearing the same set of clothes when I'm getting sidetracked here. So, I'll see you in a minute when I get this wire in. You can see here, I have it coming out right up here. I don't have a fuse tap. That's my preferred method, but I don't have an extra fuse tap. So, probably not the best thing to do, but I'm going to tap into my remote turn on. That just means I'll have full kill switch for it I'm not crazy about having something pulling power all the time. As a matter of fact, with all the wiring that I've done to this truck, my headliner right there is the first thing. I'll probably just flip the camera upside down. Phones are weird. But it's the first thing that is hooked up full time, and that's only because it has a definitive kind of on-off motor. But I'm just going to tap it into this. I'm going to strip this wire back, wrap it around, and make sure to electrical tape it. This connection is very easy to get to, so if it does decide not to work, it's not okay, but it is easier to get to than if I were to connect it somewhere else. So I showed y'all where I was going to run the wire. It runs right there. Of course, this is in the, oh, can't you see? That's covered by the console. Runs up underneath there to here. I'm going to pull this down here to where it's not interacting with any of those motors. And then this carpet, guys, is so freaking easy to just pull up. So I just kind of pulled up some slack in it, and it's pushed back down already. Pulled some slack in it, electrical tape, the end of a wire to a coat hanger, sent it up there, and it's ran across to where lights unplugged. I'll show you in a minute, but it comes out. Yeah, you can't see that. My stupid headlight switch is unplugged though, so the domes don't want to work. I'll show y'all once I kind of get it all back together. But that is my plan, to just tap into that. And then of course my ground will go to one of the actual console bolts, as that's going to be very easy. I can make it basically a whip for the back of this USB port. So I did not mention price on this whole project. I'm like 25 bucks in, and that's all you're gonna need. Unless you don't have wire, it's gonna cost you about 16. You're looking at about a $40 margin. But I mean, it's convenience is one of the greatest things when it comes to a vehicle, which you wouldn't be able to tell if you looked at my vehicle, because mine's practically useless. But let's do some other things. Convenience factor is usability, really, especially on the inside. I'll be able to get in the truck, throw my phone right there where it rides all the time, and it'll be charging, and I won't have to pick it up to unplug it or anything, and it won't. Main reason I'm doing this, if I had automatic, I would probably think about it a little bit more, but with this 5-speed, when you've got a USB running from up here, or right here, it comes and my shifter hits it every time I shift, and I don't want to say I'm paranoid, but I feel like one day I'm just going to go to slap her in a fourth and it's just going to rip my phone off the thing, which, I mean, I could pick it up, it'd be fine, but I don't like wires interfering with that. So I just ran the wire up through here. Make sure you do go over this bar right here, that way you can see here that has not been under the bar. I got to clean this stuff up and run the wires over the bar, but that's subwoofer stuff. Worry about that later. As you can see, you can't see the green wire up in there. You can see it right there. That's where it comes up. So you can't see it just looking at it. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of make a whip-like deal for the USB and hook it all up before I drill into my console and make sure it's going to work. So I'll come back to y'all once I get everything hooked up. Let's get everything wired up. So now, just have to deal with these Torx head. Right here, I'm going to take this whole assembly off so I can get to that screw. Right there. Sorry, I was looking at something. So we can take this thing off, and I don't know if I have to cut the USB, that way the hole won't be too big. But I'm not thinking so. We might have to. But I'm going to go ahead and remove all these screws right here. I'm sorry, it's very good lighting this freaking video, but once I get it done, y'all can see the finished product. So I'm going to go ahead and start removing some of these screws. And I didn't do this before, but we're actually out here now. And this is what, minus all that gunk on it, this is what it'll look like sitting in the truck. Didn't have to widen the hole anymore. Fits right through. And then it'll come out. That's great. It'll come up and then over that little hump. So this is what it will look like sitting in the truck, because obviously this won't be there anymore. But to do that, you do have to cut off the USB, which wasn't actually intended. I just wasn't thinking right. So I think what I'm going to do is connect all these little wires, tape them separate, tape the whole big thing, and then I'm going to throw heat shrink over it to make it kind of look nicer. So that's basically where we're at. All I did was, all these holes right here were all Torx head. They were a T15, if it'll focus. See right there, T15. All of them are, even the ones that went to the back side of this. So still got our wire in. Our wire's still everywhere inside the truck, but I want to get this lined out first. So I want to get this lined out. We will drill the hole, and the USB will sit right in here. Keep in mind, don't try and drill it too high, or your flip thing won't work. So I'm going to do it as far to the bottom as I can make it. So our wires will run right here. And then you'll obviously have your cup holder areas. You won't be able to see any wires. And then I happen to have a pretty good amount of slack after I made my connection, because I'm a retard. So I'll just bundle it up, put it right here. Cup holder, slip over top of it, won't be any big problem. I'll show y'all where I put my ground. Now this video is kind of all over the place. It's just terrible lighting here, but there's my ground on the back bolt where it slides in. And then I made my connections to my USB port. I've tested this already. So I gotta get that in. I get the USB wired up, and then drill a hole, make my connections, and we'll be good to go. We'll have our wireless charging on your OBS. And this pad, I'll put the link in the description to this exact pad. May not be as soon as I post the video, because I may have to find it for a minute, but this will be in the link. So if you were within like the first 5 minutes of it being uploaded, and you don't see it, it'll be up there within an hour. But that's what we're going to be looking like. There's actually 3 holes right here, which I was not accounting for, because I hadn't really done that much investigation on it. So that's just sitting over top of those. And like I said, all this gunk right here will be out. Now, this has been a very long video, but I hope y'all find some information in this. I wanted to put this out there. I thought it was kind of cool, putting this in an older truck, and it's just convenience factor, like I stated before. So I guess I'll get back to y'all after I've got all these connections made, and it's in the truck, really. So I'll see y'all when we're done. Alright guys, we are finished with our charging pad. You can see this is the end result. You can only see one wire because of our USB ports in the console. And you can see here is all powered up. And I also have another plug in there for anything else I need. And here are the wires that aren't zip tied up yet, but you can see down in there those little blue connectors. Those are my connections, and then as I showed y'all, we ran underneath the 4-wheel drive, not over. Sorry for my finger in the way, but can't see it, and you can see a little bit of it down there by that relay. Just to show you guys, it does work. Throw this on there, and you can see it is charging wirelessly, 20%. So now you guys have a charging pad in your OBS Chevy. And once you slide this little cup holder in here, you can't see any of your wires except for the top one that runs to the console. So with this, I know this has been the longest video I think I've ever posted on YouTube, but make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.